Of the FBI who is there helping the Mount Vernon Police Department and some expert analysis. We're going to bring in former FBI agent Jeff Lanza. Jeff, appreciate you being here. A few things that struck me out of Dan's report. 15 hours ago this happened. The suspect leaves on foot and still they haven't been able to catch him.
Yeah, well, it's a very commercially developed area around that mall. Interstate 5, as he mentioned, is right there. And you'd think someone would have been able to spot him, but it probably would have been better for authorities if he got into an automobile, because then we would have been possibly had some security surveillance video or witness identifying license plates, which would have made it a lot easier to find the guy. So he could have disappeared. Once he got past Interstate 5 there's also a lot of open area. He could have disappeared into there very easily and nowhere to be found as we have right now.
How critical are these first 12 or 24 hours of an investigation in the sense that you've got the Mount Vernon Police Department, nothing against them, I'm sure fine folks, but probably are not used to investigating quadruple homicides every other day. On top of that, you've got this town of Burlington, Washington, not far from the Canadian border. It had to have been a couple of hours before you got the FBI in, before the cavalry arrived, and this guy could be well on his way anywhere.
Yeah, time is extremely important. In fact, he could be a long way away from there right now. But the key is now we have a picture. I mean, somebody knows who this guy is, and they should be handling leads as we speak on identifying this person, and that's going to aid in getting him captured. I don't think he's going to get across the border very easily, given the situation being so close to the border. There's going to be a tremendous amount of law enforcement presence on the lookout for people trying to leave the country.
If we think about what's happened in the past couple of weeks, and there's no reason to think that any of these events are connected, but we had the mall stabbings in Minneapolis, we had the bombings in New Jersey, we've had this now at a mall in Seattle, Washington. Is there some kind of common thread, even if people are not, say, inspired by Islamic terror, but is there some kind of common thread between these lone wolf actors, whether they be walking into a mall and shouting a woman's name and shooting a woman and a number of other women, or are these two different animals we're dealing with?
I think it's probably two different things. It depends on the situation. Until we get the facts, we don't know about this one. But what you do have as a common thread, Leland, is you got a person that's apparently disassociated, disenfranchised, maybe a little bit crazy, in some cases inspired by foreign terrorist groups across these situations. That could be a part of it as well, or all of those things.